Okay. So first thing, this is the period of 9 days starts after Rosh Chodesh, okay, which is really Shabbat. So in our situation, it starts Motzei Shabbat. So first thing is, there's no drinking wine.
Rabbi, Rosh Chodesh
Tomorrow is
tomorrow,
9 days. Yeah, Rosh Chodesh is tonight and tomorrow. And then it's Shabbat. There's no Avalut on Shabbat, and we start after Rosh Chodesh. What's the reason?
Because it's Shabbat. If it were a Wednesday, say. If it were a Wednesday, it would
be after that. Yeah, absolutely. Question is, why don't we drink wine on the 9 days? Why don't we eat meat?
Is it so we can keep control of ourselves? But regarding the wine.
Yes, so it's got to do with the morning, for example, Avalut for Churban Beit HaMikdash. Meat and wine. Wine was part of the offerings, and because there's no offerings, daily offerings, there's no nesachim, there's no korbanot, so we commemorate that by not eating meat and wine. How can we have meat and wine on our table when there's no meat and wine on the Mizbeach of Hashem? Right? It's like a sensitivity towards that. And that's why also meaning not to have chicken as well. What about Havdalah? There's no wine. Can you drink the wine of Havdalah? So this is it. Meir, can you have wine in Havdalah? What do you do for Havdalah if you can't have wine? So this is a difference in Minhagim from Sfaradi and Ashkenaz.
Sorry, we can't have wine on Shabbat.
Wine, Shabbat you can have everything. Meat, wine this week and next week. Even next week when it's Tisha B'Av on Shabbat, you can still drink wine and meat. There's no Avilut on Shabbat.
So therefore we should be able to have wine on Havdalah.
Okay, so Motzei Shabbat, very good. Why are you saying that? Havdalah is after Shabbat.
It's the part of Shabbat.
Okay, so it's part of exporting the Shabbat. So obviously you have the Sephardi Neshama, because that is the Sephardi Halacha, and you can drink wine of Havdalah. The Ashkenazim have a minhag to give the wine to a child. He makes a bracha per gift and then he drinks the wine. Or you make a bracha for him and he drinks it. What about eating meat? So what about leftovers for Shabbat? Do you eat leftovers of Shabbat during the week? Motzei Shabbat or Sunday? No.
That's a good question.
Maybe. Okay, so if there's a lot of meat and it's leftover, so you can enjoy it during the week. What about the 9 days? So here's the difference. You can't eat meat on the 9 days.
You could freeze it, really.
Yeah, definitely you can freeze it. That's definitely one of the best options to do. What you can do is give it to children. For children, there's no chinuch of mourning, which means we don't educate them not to fast on Tisha B'Av, and they can eat meat during the 9 days. One of the reasons is that because we assume when the child gets older, the Beit Mikdash will already be here and there'll be no reason to mourn for the Beit Mikdash. Whereas Kippur is atonement. So Tisha B'Av, there's no reason for that. Kippur is a day of tefillah. That'll be the difference. So leftovers we don't eat. What about if you've got part of leftovers? That means rice or potatoes or salad which is like meaty, got meat flavored, but not actually meat.
I'd say yeah.
Yes, so min adin that will be allowed. That will be allowed, and there's some people who have custom to be machmir on that. So we said children is allowed. And what happens if by mistake you started cooking meat? Are you allowed to eat it in the 9 days? No, the answer is not. If you forgot and you cooked the food, you put it away in the fridge, put it in the freezer.
Yeah,
put it in the freezer. An ill person, someone who's ill or someone who's weak, and for him we make an allowance to eat meat. Even then, it's better to eat chicken and not red meat. Okay, what about Friday? You're allowed to taste the food on Friday for cooking for Shabbat if it needs more flavor or more salt or this.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So first of all, tasting is not eating, just tasting it. You have to taste it and to see if it's Lichot Shabbat. And also Tameh Chaim Zachu. There's actually a mitzvah to taste food before Shabbat. So if your wife's cooking or you're cooking on Friday, every Shabbat, every Friday, there's always a mitzvah to taste some of the food before Shabbat. There's two reasons for that. Why is it mitzvah to taste food on Friday?
So it tastes good. So you know it's going to be good for Friday night?
That's one reason. What's another reason?
Yeah.
Another reason is to get you excited. You say, oh, this is good for you. I'm going to enjoy this on Shabbat. Yeah. You had a little nibble, you want more. So that's when you stop. Don't eat it, just taste it. Then it gives it the craving and you look forward to the Sudah of Shabbat more. That's mitzvah to look forward to the mitzvah of Shabbat. Okay. Now what happens, we're going to just do this quickly, a few halachot of the 9 days. So what happens if you have a Brit Milah on the 9 days? Are you allowed meat?
No.
Yeah, you're allowed meat. Everyone who's invited to the Sudah of Brit Milah or Bar Mitzvah is allowed to have meat. Or if it's on the day of the Brit, in the same room of where the Brit was. Or in the Bar Mitzvah, everyone is invited to the Bar Mitzvah on the day of his Bar Mitzvah, all of them is allowed. Even if the Brit was postponed. Let's say for a child who's born with some kind of, he was born premature, or he was born and he was not safety to have a Brit. So they postponed his Brit and it falls in the 9 days. Even that day, the day that he's allowed to have a Brit, that's the day you do a Brit and you have Sudat Mitzvah with Basar and the Sudat Mitzvah. And obviously the father, Avia Ben, or the Khatan is allowed to take haircuts and also wear big day Shabbat and clean clothes for them. Siyum Masechet is also allowed. Just one thing, leftovers of Shabbat, even Malav Malka, you're not allowed to eat meat on Malav Malka unless you normally eat leftover meat on Malav Malka, then you can also have this Motzei Shabbat. If you don't usually have Motzei Shabbat, then you can't have leftovers meat as well.
But what?
Yes, question, Joe?
Let's see, if it's before Shabbat and you're cooking it and can you have the intention, you're cooking for Shabbat?
Yeah, can you have the intention to eat Motzei Shabbat?
No, can you have the intention to cook for Malav Malka? Meat.
Yeah, only if you normally have meat for Motzei Shabbat. If you normally eat Motzei Shabbat, eat meat leftovers, then you can do that as well. You don't usually eat meat, then why are you eating now meat in the 9 days where we're not supposed to be eating meat? And you don't usually eat meat, and now you want to eat meat. That already is offensive, yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay. What about Siyum Masechet? Siyum Masechet is a Sudat Mitzvah, and a person is allowed to eat meat in any Siyum Mitzvah. Siyum Masechet can even be Masechet of Mishnayot. According to Rabbi Badia and according to Rabbi Moshe, and you can eat meat. If you learn the Mishnayot with the Pirush or the Baal Tanura and you understand it, even Pirkei Avot with Baal Tanura, you can understand it, you can make. 1 second. If somebody is Avel for a parent during the 12 months, during his year, and he's invited to Sudat Masechet, can you join?
I'd imagine so. Yes,
so everybody says like this, not during the 30 days, but during the year, he's allowed to go to Siyum Masechet. They take part of it. Okay.
What's the translation of Siyum Masechet?
Siyum Masechet is if you finish a Masechet of Mishnayot, or you finish a Gemara. You finish a Masechet of Gemara or Mishnayot, that is where you make a Siyum and you invite.
Surely that would be influenced during the 30 days. Yeah, no, during the 30 days. Because it's a mitzvah to learn, in the name of.
Oh yeah, it's mitzvah to learn, but to take place in the celebration is different. It's much more stringent the first 30 days in the whole of the year. Okay. Things you're also not allowed to do. You're not allowed to have new clothes. Buy new clothes or wear new clothes. Or even if you've bought new clothes, let's say you've worn a suit, but you haven't worn it, it needs to get fixed, done, tailors, you don't take it to the tailor. You don't fix it. If it's fallen off a button, you can fix it back a button. But let's say you can't fix your trousers to if it needs to be shortened or lengthened, you can't do that. To buy a new house, to paint a house, everything else from Rosh Chodesh is asur, unless it's going to be a hefsed mamon, then you can. Let's say if you started, you're in the middle of refurbishing. Can you continue? Yes. But should you start? No. You want to put wallpaper? Also not allowed. Buy new furniture? Also not allowed. New furniture, if you just want to upgrade your couch, upgrade your oven, upgrade your fridge. But if your fridge is broken down, you can buy a new fridge. Yeah. You don't have to buy a rubbish one. You can buy a good one because you need the fridge. You need the mazgan. These are like necessities you are allowed to buy. Things which are broken. If you just want to upgrade it, then no. Yes.
What about a new stereo system?
Yes. So obviously, music in is loud is not loud, and I think stereo system is an example of something which is not a necessity. And you can wait till after the 9 days. But you should know, even ordering it in the 9 days to come after the 9 days also not that. Unless it's on special offer. If you got a special offer on the stereo, and let's say, I don't know, for example, it normally costs £200, and now you can get it for £100. And if you wait till the 100 after the 9 days, it's not going to be an offer. Then you can buy it now. Why? Because of Hefsed Mammon. You don't have to lose out money, but you shouldn't be celebrating new things. That's the idea.
And what about ordering it? Ordering it before the 9 days so that it arrives in the 9 days?
Buying it before and then it's fine. When it gets delivered, that's not up to you. Delivered is fine. Buying new books, study books of Torah is mitzvah. Even buying bookcases is nice. New clothes. We don't buy new clothes or new shoes. But if you need shoes, you buy shoes. That is allowed. Especially if you need shoes for Tisha B'Av. Let's say you forgot to buy shoes for Tisha B'Av. You don't have shoes. You can go buy new shoes for Tisha B'Av. Okay. What about, we're going to just a little bit, next week Shabbat is Tisha B'Av. So, like we said before, it's like a regular Shabbat and you dress regular Shabbat. Haircuts. Sfaradim take haircuts up to during the 3 weeks. And if you need, you can also take haircuts during the week. However, you should try and be makbid at least on the Friday not to shave and haircuts. At least for Sunday, you have a little bit of stubble and a little bit scruffy and feel a little bit more like a navel for Yerushalayim. Polishing shoes for Shabbat is allowed. Cutting your nails is allowed. However, after Rosh Chodesh, you should only cut your nails on Erev Shabbat. So you can cut your nails tomorrow and cut them next Erev Shabbat. But try not to cut them during the week and only on Shabbat, Erev Shabbat. Washing the house is allowed. Taking showers is allowed for Sfaradim, and for Ashkenazim, they are machmir from the 9 days not to take showers at all. We can take showers all the way up to Friday. Even for the Ashkenazim, Rav Moshe allows you to take a warm shower, not a hot shower, but a warm shower with soap, he allows that as well. Okay? Clothes. What do you wear on Tisha B'Av? So you should have clothes that you wore during the week for Tisha B'Av. Don't wear Shabbat clothes on Tisha B'Av. Wear the clothes that you wore on Friday for Tisha B'Av. If there's for some reason dirty, and you don't have other clothes, then if you go to sleep on Shabbat afternoon, wake up and wear clothes that you can continue wearing after or for Tisha B'Av. Or you can wear different clothes and use those clothes to wear for Tisha B'Av. But you shouldn't wear fresh laundered clothes on Motzei Shabbat for Tisha B'Av. I have prepared that beforehand. Okay, I think we're going to stop here, B'ezrat Hashem, and we'll continue next week. We've got a special shiur arranged for next week, and Joe and Meir are arranging it. We're going to have a special venue. It's going to be before the Chagim. We're going to start doing a promotion shiur. So there's going to be an invitation sent out on WhatsApp. Invite your friends to join. Send up. It's a big Zikui Arabim. It's an opportunity. Hashem gave you such an easy way to promote Torah. You know, Joe and May have done all the hard work for you. They can prepare the nice event. You just send out the invitation on the groups to your friends, recommending the shiur. It's going to be a very good shiur, inspirational. We're going to change it. We're going to bring the Geulah closer and be part of bringing the Mashiach. I hope you enjoyed the shiur. Thank you for listening. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you very much. I just want to remind Ma'o and Joe, everyone's here. I just want to mention we are looking for a name for the shiur. So if you've got an idea for the name, we're trying to promote it. We're going to use it for a new logo, a new clip, B'ezrat Hashem. We're promoting it on the YouTube channel as well. And B'ezrat Hashem for Lagdil Torah V'Adira. I wish you all Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for joining me. Chodesh Tov.
Chodesh Tov.
Thanks, Rabbi.
Good night, Joe.